All right, what's up, coach? If you're watching this video, this is um, very, very fresh in my mind. I had a couple of conversations this morning with skills trainers that are trying to grow their business. Pretty much every single day out of the week, I'm talking to new coaches or talking to my customers who are in my accelerator program that want to help more kids, want to grow a business, and a lot of coaches that want to grow their business oftentimes get stuck and they can't grow their business. So this video is for you if you've had a hard time growing your business, you've tried a lot of different stuff, um, but you can't really seem to get over the hurdle, um, and you're just either stuck at a certain client level or stuck at a certain income level. Watch this all the way through. And if you have any questions for me, just comment on YouTube or send me a text message or click through below here and get on a call with me. All right. But right now we're in 2025, and every time you log into Instagram or Facebook, you're probably overwhelmed with all the ads that you see. You see what other trainers are doing. You see all these drills. Um, it looks like a super saturated market. Um, but I can tell you this with certainty that if you're stuck with where you are with your coaching business, whether it be private training, group training, camps, clinics, to me, it doesn't matter. Uh, this comes down to two things, okay? Two really, really key things. The first is, let's say you're making 5K a month and you just haven't been able to get past 5K per month. Like you've tried a lot of different things and it just hasn't worked. Uh, if it's an income thing that you're stuck at, then oftentimes it just comes down to pricing. Like, can you charge more? Can you create a better offer? Can you get people more committed? I saw three coaches last month that have been stuck like literally for years at $3,000 per month. One of those coaches had their first ever $10,000 per month. He'd be very happy making 5,000, but he made 10 grand in 1 month. Um, we just switched how he sells his program, right? But that is not a super advanced type of thing that we did. We just switched what he's offering, made it easier for him to sell it, got people that are more committed. That's it. All right. So if it's an income thing, like 99% of the time in my experience, uh, if you're stuck at a certain level, it's changing how you offer it. It's getting people more committed. It's getting people to have more skin in the game. And the model that I teach coaches, if they get three clients, new clients per month, should be making 9,000 new dollars per month based off of the model that we have. If you're charging at least $3,000, right? That's not super difficult, but 99.9% of coaches that hear me say that in this video are going to be afraid to do that. They're going to be afraid to make that change. They're going to think it's physically impossible. But if you're in our program or you talk to any of the coaches that I've actually worked with that charge that amount, like you would believe it because they would tell you. You're not, you may not believe it just because I say it. All right. But if you can see proof from other people, that's why you go to my website, you can see a ton of proof there. But that's the first thing that I see. It's coaches, they're afraid to charge more, or they're afraid to make some sort of business decision like that to um, do something that might feel a little uncomfortable. That's the first thing. The second thing is something that I am noticing way more right now, and this is going to be relevant to most coaches that watch this, but it's understanding that you have to be a good coach. And the hardest part with this is like most people who watch my videos are sports trainers. They uh, have some sort of background. Most people have background playing and they developed a love for coaching, and they want to start a private training business. Or maybe they've done team coaching, PE jobs, that sort of stuff. They've been around kids and they want to take their skill sets and start a business. I mean, there's a million different ways coaches can get in this industry. Uh, but most people think that they're good enough to start this business and get clients. Uh, but what I'm realizing, it is taking me like 9 years of doing these videos. It has taken me 9 years to figure this out. But I finally figured it out this week. It is many people think they're really good at coaching, but they're actually not. There's different levels to coaching. Um, and with that, it's a service-based business. So there's different levels of um, how you meet someone for the first time. There's different levels of uh, a sales process. There's different levels of a training program. There's different levels of results. There's different levels of confronting clients when things aren't going the way they should be. There's so many little details to like someone who's a really top coach and someone who's pretty good, someone who's normal, and then someone who's just like not that good. Um, the barrier to entry in this industry is honestly it's lower than most industries out there. Like you don't need a certification to start. Um, if you literally have the internet, you can get clients. Um, if you have some sort of background, some sort of knowledge, you can get started. Um, and I've seen though that the first thing with I talked about pricing, and the second thing that I talked about with like the levels of coaching, those two things go hand in hand. And here's how they go hand in hand. It's because if you think that your coach, like if you believe deep down that, I have these self-limiting beliefs, my coaching's not good enough, like if you believe that, then how are you going to go charge more for your service? It just those don't make sense. Like example, if I run a session and I leave that session, I'm like, man, you know, was that actually a good session for my client? And I start to like question myself and I start to think, it wasn't that good. Well, how am I going to have the confidence tomorrow to get on a sales call and start trying to charge more for my services? Because like I don't even believe it's that good. But that's where you have to strip down your ego and you have to be like, okay, like let me actually think about what I'm offering. Let me think about, you know, this service that I'm providing and like let me see like can I make this better? And the second you start to make your coaching better, that's when you have more confidence to raise your pricing. And this is I think the biggest problem though is a lot of coaches think their coaching is good enough and when they try to raise their prices, parents don't believe them. They don't believe they should be paying for that. Um, they probably don't have enough results. They don't um, have enough conviction of what they're saying, or maybe they tried out an evaluation session. And they were like, yeah, that was okay. Like we could do this with anyone else in our area. Like they're going to question why is your thing so expensive? And so this is why I am making a pretty big shift on my channel coming up. I have talked for years, 9 years of my life. I've been talking over and over and over again about how to make money, um, how to grow a business, how to scale a business. I have gotten literally thousands of people over the years, and this is awesome. It's probably the thing I'm the most proud of, other than helping the clients that I've worked with. It's like I've had thousands of people who've watched these videos that have gotten their butts off the couch, started a business, went full time, now providing for their families. Like they're helping hundreds of kids every single week, uh, all through this channel. And it's been awesome. I've been able to develop a consulting business that has helped thousands of people at this point who go through our program or they work with me one on one, or they've bought some of our ebooks or our info products. Like all of that's been cool. But the thing uh, that really I've realized is I've spent so much of my life and so much of my time talking to coaches that are on this channel that watch these videos, assuming that they were good at coaching. And that's been one of the biggest mistakes recently that I think I've made is that most people that watch these videos have a good understanding of coaching, but the reality is um, that's an area of the business that when you develop that and get better at that, the amount of money that you make, those two things are connected, all right? And I think some of the stuff that I post in the future, it's going to get you to open your eyes about, okay, man, I could be way better at coaching, and there's different levels to this. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I was the best coach in the world because, like, I would never say that. But there's a lot of stuff that I learned in my coaching career that I know I've never talked about on this channel that I know I can teach on here really confidently through like real life lessons and real things that I've done with my customers that helped me grow a successful business. It was because the coaching was on lockdown. All right. And so if you're watching this video and you want to learn more about that, our channel, um, at this point we have like, I don't know, like 13,000 subscribers or something. I already have worked with a lot of coaches. I've worked with more coaches in this industry than everybody that's trying to do what I do altogether. uh, And, I'm at a point now where it's like, I really want to help people become better coaches. So when they utilize my business advice, it's easy because like they're good at what they do. And that is something that it sounds simple, but it's taken me years to figure this out. And I know it now, and I've put my finger on it. And because of that, I'm going to be changing a lot of the content that I talk about on here. Um, because I know it's honestly I know that's going to be the thing that helps coaches break through with their business long term is they raise the value of their own coaching. They become better coaches. That's going to give them confidence to charge more, and that's going to give them confidence to make way more money. Because there's people right now that I work with that like my highest level coach I'm working with right now. Like we talked 2 Mondays ago. Like he has 170 kids in his program making roughly $700,000 per year. Um, Only has 170 clients, right? That's unheard of. Uh, like if you could find anybody else that lives in the United States that has that type of business, that has his level of retention, that his has his setup. The reason why he's really successful is, yeah, he's implemented a lot of the marketing and business strategies that I've been able to help him with over the years. But out of everyone that I work with right now, he's the best coach. He has the best coaching system. He gets the best results with kids. Um, and that's where I think coaches that are just starting in this industry, I'm really wanting to help you guys with that. Even if you've been doing this for a while, it's a good reminder. There's more to learn. There's other levels to this. Um, and people that mope around that are making 3 to 5K per month, thinking that there's this next new way to grow the business. Well, if you don't really develop yourself as a coach, any business strategy is not going to work for you. Long term, it's not doesn't matter. Um, and so I know this has been fresh in my mind over the last uh, couple days, and I've seen this recurring thing over and over and over. Um, and that's really what I want to tap into this coming year and try to provide some level of wisdom on that on this channel. Um, and at the end of the day, if you have any questions about being a better coach or making more money, that's what this channel is about moving forward. And hope this helps. And if you have any questions for me, go down below here, reach out to me, um, get in touch. And the last thing I'm going to say, because most people watch my videos don't watch this all the way through. Um, Last thing I'll say is at this point, with the business coaching programs that I offer, you have to be a certain level of coach to actually get my help. Um, and I decided to make that change a couple weeks ago. And like, it's absolutely hilarious looking at things right now, seeing the growth of the people. and how fast they can grow their business when they're a certain level coach. So I put every coach through a process if they're thinking about actually working with me and getting help with their business. They have to go through a process, um, so I can see where they're at with their coaching style, their coaching business, um, and that's been a game changer for me. And that's why now I really want to spend the time on YouTube to talk about, that side of the business because it's part of the business that I haven't spent any of my time talking about. I've been talking about growing the business, scaling the business, getting new clients, marketing. I mean, I have over 1,000 videos on this channel. And so hopefully that helps. I'll see you soon.